Tuna salad is one of those simple meals that's quick, affordable, and packed with protein. Perfect for lunches, snacks, or easy dinners. What I love most though is how incredibly versatile it is. With just a few ingredients and simple substitutions, you can create totally different flavors and textures to keep things fresh and exciting. Today, I'm sharing 4 easy and delicious tuna salad recipes, including some unique flavors using ingredients you might not expect. If you're not a fan of that strong tuna taste, don't worry. With the right mix of ingredients, from creamy avocado to bold zesty spices, these recipes bring balance and flavor and make tuna taste amazing. And if you already love tuna salad but want new ways to switch things up, I've got you covered with some fresh, tasty ideas in this video. Let's get into it. Now before we get started, I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Craftsy. If you've been wanting to learn something new or pick up a creative hobby, then you have to check out Craftsy. Craftsy is an online community of makers and DIYers, with over 2,000 classes in everything from cooking and baking to knitting, painting, crafting, and home decor, just to name a few. I've really enjoyed checking out their classes like their cake decorating tutorials, as this is something I've always wanted to learn because of how fun and creative it looks. They've also got a ton of cooking classes, with everything from healthy meals to quick weeknight dinners. The lessons are broken down into easy to follow steps, taught by friendly, expert instructors, and include downloadable resources to make learning even easier. Honestly, I've had so much fun just browsing the platform for ideas and discovering new things to try at home. It's such a great creative outlet and a really refreshing way to get inspired. If you want to give Craftsy a try, check out my link in the video description below. The first 1,000 people to use that link will get a full year of premium membership for just $1.49. Thanks again to Craftsy for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to the recipes. Now when it comes to choosing tuna, there are quite a few options out there, but I'll keep it simple. 2 of the most common types of canned tuna you'll find are albacore, which is also known as white tuna, or skipjack, which is also called light tuna. Albacore has a milder flavor and meaty texture, so I recommend using this, especially if you're sensitive to that fishy tuna taste. But if you're mixing it with bold spices or flavorful ingredients, skipjack works great and is usually more budget friendly too. You'll also see tuna labeled as flake, chunk, or solid. Basically that just tells you how shredded or intact the pieces are. Flake tuna is the most broken up, chunk is more bite-sized, and solid comes in one big firm piece. I like using chunk or solid because they give you a meatier texture and more control over how you break it up in your salad. Tuna also often comes packed in either water or oil. I like using water-packed tuna. It's lighter and lets me control the fat content of the salad. Oil-packed tuna can add a richer flavor, but keep in mind that it does come with more calories. Now that we know a bit more about the different types of tuna, we're first going to start with my go-to classic tuna salad, which I make most often because it's simple, fresh, and always hits the spot. We're going to need 2 cans of tuna here. Each one has roughly 30 grams of protein, so we're getting close to 60 grams total. I'm using chunk albacore packed in water, but you can use whatever you prefer. Let's first drain our tuna to get rid of any excess water or oil before placing it into our mixing bowl. Then we're going to add 1/3 cup of mayonnaise for a creamy base, and 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard for a bit of a tangy flavor. Toss in 3 tablespoons of diced celery for a nice crisp crunch, and 3 tablespoons of diced red onion for a bit of sharpness and flavor. Then I'm going to throw in 1 tablespoon of chopped parsley, but you can also use chives, dill, or whatever herbs you like. I'm also going to add a tablespoon of finely chopped dill pickle, or you can also use relish. I like adding this in for a little burst of sweetness and tang. Let's then finish this off with some salt and pepper to taste, and then give everything a good stir until all the ingredients are well combined. And that's it. This classic tuna salad is super easy to make and so delicious. And the best part is you can enjoy it in many different ways. Spread it on toast for a tasty sandwich, bake it in a tortilla wrap for a delicious tuna melt, throw it on as a topping for salads or rice bowls, or use it as a dip or spread with crackers or sliced cucumbers for a quick and healthy snack. It's so versatile and easy to enjoy however you like. This recipe also makes a great base that you can customize and elevate with a few easy mix-ins. Try mixing in some chopped boiled eggs with capers, crushed nuts or seeds, creamy avocado, or even dried cranberries or raisins for some chewy sweetness. I also like adding a squeeze of lemon juice to brighten things up, or stirring in seasonings like paprika, chili flakes, soy sauce, or curry powder to enhance the flavor. These little touches help keep the tuna salad new, fresh, and interesting every time. Tuna salad is also great for meal prep to save and enjoy for later. Just store this in an airtight container in the fridge for 3 to 4 days, and give it a quick stir before you dig in. This recipe is also super easy to scale up if you want to make a larger batch. Now if you're in the mood for something bolder with a bit of a kick, then you've got to try this spicy Asian tuna salad. First, let's add 2 cans of drained tuna into a large mixing bowl. I'm using chunk skipjack here, but you can use whatever you like. Then we're going to add 1/3 cup of mayonnaise. I'm using Kewpie mayo here, which is a Japanese mayo that has a rich, savory umami flavor, but you can use regular mayo if you prefer. Let's add 3 tablespoons of sriracha for some heat. Feel free to adjust this based on your preferred spice level. Then add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, along with 1 tablespoon of toasted sesame oil for a delicious nutty aroma. Now for our veggies, I'm using a 1/4 cup of diced celery, half a cup of sliced green onions, and half a cup of thinly chopped carrots. These keep things fresh and crunchy and balance out the bold flavors. Let's give these ingredients a quick mix. Then I'm going to sprinkle in 2 tablespoons of toasted sesame seeds and about a 1/4 cup of roasted dried seaweed that I've crumbled up. This is optional but really adds some flavor and crunch. Let's finish this off with some ground black pepper and mix it all up until all the ingredients and sauces are well combined. And then it's ready to enjoy. This delicious mix of creamy, spicy, crunchy, and umami-rich flavors makes the spicy Asian tuna salad a total crowd pleaser, and one of my favorites that I eat all the time. It's super savory, easy to make, and works perfectly on a bowl of rice or tossed into a salad. One of my favorite ways to enjoy this is by scooping a spoonful onto a sheet of roasted seaweed for a crunchy, bite-sized snack. Then you can also pair this with some sticky rice. If you're a fan of sushi, you should definitely give this a try. Now, if you're not a fan of mayonnaise in your tuna salad, then this creamy avocado tuna salad is definitely worth a try. First, let's start by scooping out 1 medium ripe avocado and mashing it in a large mixing bowl. Then add in half a cup of Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is a great base for tuna salad. It keeps things creamy while also being lighter and milder in flavor than mayonnaise. Let's then add 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard for a bit of tang and 1 tablespoon of lemon juice to keep the avocado bright and help prevent browning. Mix and mash everything together until it's all smooth and creamy. Then once that's done, let's add in our 2 cans of drained tuna, I'm using albacore here, along with a 1/4 cup of diced red onion, a 1/4 cup of diced celery, and a 1/4 cup of diced dill pickles. Then we're going to throw in 2 tablespoons of chopped dill and 2 tablespoons of chopped chives for some fresh herb flavor. Let's finish it off with a bit of salt and pepper to taste, and then give everything a good stir until all the ingredients are well mixed. And then you're done. This salad is super creamy and full of fresh flavors. The avocado adds healthy fats to keep you satisfied, and the Greek yogurt is a great way to get in some extra protein. This one tastes clean and refreshing, and works great as a dip or a spread with cucumber slices, as a salad topper, or as a sandwich filling. Since this recipe uses fresh avocado, it's best enjoyed the same day. But if you're not eating it right away, just press a piece of plastic wrap right onto the surface of the tuna salad before refrigerating. This will help keep the avocado from browning too quickly. Last up is our apple grape tuna salad, a fun and fruity twist that's perfect for summer or anytime you want a refreshing crunch. Into a mixing bowl, let's start by adding 2 drained cans of tuna. Again, I'm using albacore here, but you can use what you like. Then we're going to need a 1/3 cup of Greek yogurt, along with 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. This combo gives you creaminess with a little tang. Let's squeeze in 1 tablespoon of lemon juice to brighten things up and also helps keep the apples fresh. Now add a 1/4 cup of finely chopped celery and half a cup of diced green apple. I like using a Granny Smith apple here for its crisp and tartness. We're also going to use half a cup of sliced grapes, which is a really yummy add-in for a burst of juicy sweetness. Let's then toss in 3 tablespoons of chopped walnuts for some crunch and healthy fats, as well as 2 tablespoons of dried cranberries for some chewy sweetness. Let's finish this off with some salt and pepper to taste, and then mix it all up until all the ingredients are well combined. And that's it! This salad feels fresh, vibrant, and summery, thanks to the sweet, fruity crunch of apples and grapes. I know mixing fruit into tuna salad might sound unconventional, but it honestly works so well. This one's perfect for shaking up your usual lunch routine, or taking on a picnic with some crackers, fruits, and veggies. All 4 of these tuna salad recipes are delicious and versatile on their own, but they also make fantastic fillings for sandwiches and wraps, or as a tasty topper for salads and bowls. They're perfect for meal prep and really easy to customize with your own variations and tweaks. I know tuna salad might sound a bit basic to some, but I hope these recipes inspire you to enjoy it in fresh, unique, and exciting new ways. If you decide to give any of these a try, I'd love to hear what you think. Until next time, thanks for watching. If you'd like to watch more, click here for another video. And if you enjoy my content, I'd really appreciate if you leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.